Hello, hello, hello. It's Mary K. Smooth here. How you doing today? I'm hanging in. It was like a full moon today at the school I was at. It was just going crazy. Fire alarm can't they seem not to be able to fix it. Keeps going off, and it just bing, bing, bing all day. I thought felt like I was it's like dropping water on your head. It was a torture, and the kids were going crazy. So it's check on your child day to day, either your child or your grandchild, but check on a kid today because while I was in the office, the security guard brought a young lady in that was roaming the halls out of class. And we're talking about like a seventh, eighth grader, middle school. And this child actually scored a perfect score on the NJSLA. That's the state testing that we take right after the Easter holiday. And the principal was going out of the office at the time he brought her in, so they told her to sit down, and she had an attitude on her face, a side eye, one of them ones that would have got your lips swollen when we were young. Um, and I said, baby, I know something's wrong with you, but you need to straighten up your face while you're sitting there waiting for her to come back. So finally, the principal came back and, asked her whether she was all right. And then all that tough dropped on the floor and there was something wrong. That's why I'm saying is check on your child or your grandchild day to day, and don't assume because they're smart that everything's always okay, because it's not. And so she was saying nothing was wrong, but you could see she was about to burst out in tears. So I said, I asked the principal, I said, take her in your office and handle her, because her lips, the side eye and all of that wasn't good today. So maybe that's why something was wrong. And her former teacher had actually transferred to another school. So the principal took her in the office, and she actually got the other teacher on the phone while they sat in the office and discussed what was wrong. And of course, something was wrong with her. But I say that because kids do have some things going on. And if you got a child and you want to just check on your child every now and then, ask them how the school go, ask them how was their day. And I know parents get busy because everybody's working, but the child didn't ask to be here, and that's your responsibility. And even if it's not your responsibility, it's someone in your family's responsibility. So check on the child day today. Just ask them how it's going and how was school and the day. And the middle school kids got boyfriends and things. Um, yeah, we liked boys, but my father wasn't there. He wasn't there yet. He wasn't there. Well, when I was in high school, he wasn't there. And so I just say, check on the child day to day. Let me get it going. So, like most people get caught up, like I said, in their day to day. But I tell you, the kids do act up when they get to school, and usually it's something. It's something because when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do after mommy and daddy passed, I took a job subbing at a place for kids that teaching kids that had tried to commit suicide, and it was like a no touch situation. Because they were under psychiatric care, you could, as their teacher, because they weren't in school, the schools, especially in the suburbs, they release the children, and they do at home schooling. And when they're going under the psychiatric care, they they get the companies that do it sometimes supply the 2 hours, the mandatory 2 hours. And I was a part of the mandatory 2 hour teaching staff. And you could only, they had such strict rules, you could only talk to them about their lessons. And the schools, we made arrangements for the schools to send the work that their teachers were providing. And you couldn't put your hand on a kid's hand, they couldn't touch you, and they couldn't try to talk to you about anything. It was kind of weird. And kids, no matter whether they're rich or poor, gravitate to love. They could see it with their eyes closed in the dark, and they'll go right to the person that shows love. And they came for me, and it was hard because in fact, I really didn't like it. It was no money, and the kids needed it. And I was in Union County, so most people would think it's all Elizabeth and Plainfield. Well, no, it was Springfield, Kenilworth, Short Hills. Kids, I'm talking about Westfield. It was kids from all over, and it was all races of kids, and they all suffered from one thing: the parents were busy. They were working, and the kids were not getting any love. And or at least that was I'm talking about kids with them giant earring holes, with them earrings that's big like that, where there's a hole, goth, black fingerless earrings, black nail polish, black hair, black clothes, all kind of things. If you see some of that stuff going on with your kids, don't just attribute it to a style. Peel back the onion. Peel back the onion. Because when a child gets to the point where they try to commit suicide, there were signs. There were signs long ago. And it's just that, like I said, sometimes the parents is working two jobs. Uh, Sometimes the parents are the mother, because most of them resided with their biological mother. Sometimes the mother's trying to find companionship for herself. It's just, and working. It's just it's pitiful when you see the kids like that. They're looking for love, and they experience um some really sad things. I never I was never, up to that point, I was never around kids that had tried to commit suicide. And let me tell you, it's sad. And they would get picked up by a bus and dropped off there, a van. They picked them up in a van. And I mean, we couldn't innovate how a teacher can usually make the schoolwork, and you couldn't do anything. You were just restricted. And like I said, and then on top of that, you weren't getting paid, and you're looking at these kids suffering, really. And sometimes, like the kid today, they're angry, but most of these kids were so broken by the time we got them. They had been held in the hospital for 30 days. And then it's like no one wants them during that, no one wants to be around them during that time. So it is not even their parents. So they get dropped off and they get picked up and then delivered back to the home. And some of them get even more counseling. The parents are privileged, so the kid gets more, but the kids really, really want love. And it was a sad time for me because I I'm not accustomed to that. Daddy and mommy, they had kids that had things going on at home, but not any kids that had committed suicide that I knew of. And if they did it after it wasn't, they weren't around. I don't remember any of them doing that. Yes, the neighborhood was raising children then, which is different than now. So, like I said, today is check on your children day. Just a little bit of time. Just asking them how was school today, what you do, how you doing, you all right. Just a little bit of time. That's what they need. Cause that little girl, I'm telling you, I was about to get on her because she had attitude. And soon as my principal, I'm sorry, you all, I didn't want to do her wrong, came back into the office and addressed her, then you could see her face break up. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Feel like I don't have it all. Yeah. Feel like I didn't have it all. I got a bump, y'all. I got a bump. I'm 16 years old now. I got a bump right there. I gotta go. I have that upstairs. I do I got a acne cream where I put on there, just on that dab right there where it's at. And I'll do that. Here's my night cream. And X got a daggone hot spot. My dog. And he is eating up his side. I ordered some cream. I had some cream, but I need a spray cleanser to cleanse it first and then let it dry. I mean, he's chewing like a whole section of his hair out like that. It's red. Oh my God, it's red. And I can't put nothing on it that he could lick, that he can't lick because he is licking and biting and a licking and a biting. So guys, I am that thing got me a little sad, and you know that, right? Because the little monsters, they bad, but I don't like seeing the kids suffer. I really don't. Um Cleaning my glasses, guys. And that's why I say just check on them. Today is one of them days. Because you never know what's going on in those little heads. The hormones is moving around. And I think the vice president is on MSNBC now. So, guys, it's been wonderful. I'll see you on Friday. Hopefully, I'll be feeling more perky. And I might go get my hair done so I can get my little, my little doodad.